Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's video. Today, we're diving into a fascinating Chinese idiom, one hair, thousand June. Sounds intense, right? This idiom is used to describe a critical situation where everything hangs in the balance, like a massive weight suspended by a single hair. So, where did one hair, thousand June come from? What's the story behind it? Let's explore together. First, let's break down the idiom. One hair literally means a single strand of hair, super thin and fragile. Thousand June refers to an ancient Chinese unit of weight. 1 June equals about 30 jin, and 1,000 June is around 30,000 jin, which is an enormous weight. Put together, one hair, thousand June paints a vivid picture, a single hair holding up a colossal weight, symbolizing a situation so precarious that the slightest misstep could lead to disaster. The idiom originates from the Book of Han Shu, a historical text from the Han Dynasty. The story takes us back to the Western Han period, when the Han Dynasty had a tense relationship with the Xiongnu, a nomadic people to the north. There were wars, but also diplomatic efforts. During Emperor Wu's reign, Han envoys were often sent to negotiate with the Xiongnu, but these missions were risky, and envoys were sometimes detained. You might have heard of Su Wu, a famous envoy who was held captive by the Xiongnu for 19 years but remained loyal to the Han. While Su Wu's story isn't the direct source of the idiom, the Book of Han uses one hair, thousand June, to describe the delicate and dangerous nature of these diplomatic moments, where one wrong move could tip the scales toward catastrophe. Beyond the Book of Han, the idiom also appears in texts like the later Han history, Han Shu. Ancient Chinese writers used it to depict critical moments in wars, diplomacy, or high-stakes decisions. Imagine a battlefield where two armies are locked in a standoff. One small mistake could lead to total defeat. Or in politics, a single misjudgment could plunge a kingdom into chaos. The phrase captures that heart-pounding tension of a moment where everything is at stake. Why is one hair, thousand June, so evocative? It's all about the artistry of Chinese rhetoric. Ancient Chinese writers were masters at using concise, vivid imagery to convey deep ideas. A single hair versus 1,000 June creates a stark contrast that instantly communicates fragility and immense pressure. This kind of metaphor is common in Chinese idioms. Think of phrases like treading on thin ice or danger in the blink of an eye. They all use powerful imagery to make you feel the stakes. Culturally, one hair, thousand June reflects the ancient Chinese emphasis on caution and responsibility. Whether you were a general, a strategist, or an emperor, decisions had to be made with utmost care. A single error could lead to irreversible consequences. This wisdom influenced later philosophies, like Confucianism's focus on self-discipline or Taoism's emphasis on acting with restraint. It's a reminder to stay sharp and composed in critical moments. In modern times, one hair, thousand June is still widely used. It applies to all sorts of high-stakes situations. Think of a crucial sports match where the final shot in the last second decides the winner. Or a company on the brink of bankruptcy, where one decision could save or sink the business. For example, not long ago, a major tech company faced a global data breach due to a tiny software glitch. Talk about a one hair, thousand June moment. One small oversight triggered massive consequences. In our daily lives, we also encounter these moments. Maybe it's the final minute of studying before an exam that determines whether you pass or fail. Or at work, a critical presentation that could make or break your career. This idiom reminds us to stay vigilant because sometimes, the smallest details can have the biggest impact. That's all for today's deep dive into one hair, 1,000 June. This idiom isn't just a piece of history, it's a timeless lesson in caution and resilience. I hope you'll think of its story the next time you hear it and remember to hold steady in your own one hair, 1,000 June moments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.